I walked into that conference room, heart pounding, dressed in my best suit. The stakes felt unbearably high. My father had passed just weeks before, and now the reading of his will would decide everything. My sister. She smirked when the lawyer skipped over my name. A flicker of laughter danced in her eyes. That flick, it cut deeper than any words I could imagine. But then, the lawyer finally stopped. He held the final envelope in his hand. The room held its breath, and in that moment, everything changed. I'm telling you this not because I want sympathy, but because some wounds run deeper than anyone sees. Growing up, I was the quiet one, the dutiful daughter, always polite, always careful. Meanwhile, my sister, the golden child. She excelled at being noticed, shared smiles, shared stage. The house was hers before I even learned to ask for it. I remember her voice from childhood. "Why are you always in Dad's office?" "He's talked enough to you." Those words echoed every time I asked for help, for recognition. I stopped asking. I stopped believing I deserved it. After college, churches, family gatherings, the smiles were only ever for her. My achievements didn't count. My presence barely did. When Dad was sick, I dropped everything to be present. My sister called it hysterical behavior. But I stayed. I stayed every day until I left the hospital room and blinked. My father was gone. My sister was waiting. The will would be read soon. At the funeral, under dim lights draped with flowers, my sister stood tall. She clasped hands with relatives. I offered a hug. She turned her back. I stayed silent. A week later, I found myself sitting across a polished conference table, papers spread before me, relatives whispering behind their masks of grief. The lawyer cleared his throat, eyes flicked to me, then moved on. My sister's smile was thin. I braced myself, because when it's family, silence shouts louder than accusations. As the reading began, envelopes were opened one by one. To my brother, stock photos handed over without comment. To my aunt, a check, a polite nod. When my name was skipped, I felt something crack inside. I caught my sister's eye for a second, and she laughed, emphasis on "your name was skipped," a sound I can still feel under my skin. I pressed my hands against the edge of the table. My palms burned. The lawyer cleared his throat. He turned back to me. "I saved this for last," he said softly, voice a lifeline. He unfolded the final envelope. I swallowed hard. I took the envelope. My hands trembled. On it was my father's handwriting. Inside, a folded letter, a deed to the family home, and his words, written in ink that seemed to whisper in my ears, "For the one who stayed, for the heart that never turned away." I choked, surprised by the sincerity, so unlike him. My sister's face drained, stayed respectful, but her composure cracked. The lawyer met my eye. "This was your father's final wish." There was no contesting it, no denying what had been done. I walked through that house many times as a child. Its floors, its walls carried memories I had tried to rewrite. Now, silence wrapped around me like a cloak. I sat in the living room, alone, holding that deed. Broken pieces of conversations poured back. Not good enough. Too sensitive. Too quiet. Each word felt heavier now. I closed my eyes and pictured my father's hand signing that deed. He knew. He never forgot me. And now, it belonged to me. They laughed at me when I wasn't invited. They dismissed me when I offered to help. I was the sister who stayed. The quiet one. The invisible one. But today, I'm visible. With keys in my hand. With proof that love, real love from someone who mattered, was never silent. This is for anyone who felt overlooked, who stayed anyway, who believed their story mattered, even when no one else heard it. Because sometimes the quiet ones inherit everything,